Welcome everyone to the Allied and Soviet turn of winter 1940. I decided to combine these two because, as I explained in the previous video, the Allies have very little to do because they can't move during the winter turn if Germany doesn't attack France and or Belgium, which they didn't do. So they had very little to do. So the Allies had one action. Normally they would have had two during limited war, but because the Germans played the submarine missions on their turn, which I should have removed, which I will do now, they were down to one, and what they did is they bought two air missions because it is to be expected that the attack on the west will be launched during spring, as it was historically. What did the Russians do? They performed an armor production action, which brought their armor production up to 3, which they immediately spent on reinforcements again, reinforcing the tank unit up here in the north, this tank unit, and this one, and the final point, reinforcement point the Russians have 4 during limited war, was spent on a new infantry unit, which has to be placed in a supply source, and it was placed in Gorky, which seems to be the closest to the front, more or less. Funnily enough, Moscow is not a supply source. It is a key area, so it will cost the Russians something if it is lost, but it's not a supply source, so you cannot place new units there. So this concludes the winter turn, and we're now moving on to spring 1940. Thank you for watching.